right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty oughta been my.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And, Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now Bortles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Lucy.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, and this will be caught at the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Fournette. Space to run past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Green 80. Hey.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And now he'll tuck it and run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Hey. Green 80.
On second down, here's Bortles. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
372.
Bortles now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for the Giants. 65 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll run it here. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Green 80!
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles sliding out of the pocket. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there at 22.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Green 80. Here we go. Hank. Move.
On play action, now Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Hey, let's go. Trip left. Green 80. 54 right here. Hey, follow.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
You. Check. 72.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And an alley to run. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Sunday. 11B. My 39, Lucy. Green 80. Hey, let's go. Trip left. 11B.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Over!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Now a handoff looking right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Lucy. Move.
On play action, it's Bortles. Shark's got it, left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Bortles. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Lucy.
Now a play fake. Bortles. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hank. Lucy.
Again, it's Bortles. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you worked on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now out come the Giants. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Tough first half for him. Unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch him now, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Radley. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now back to throw. Now he's flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
It'll go on the ground, and not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is third and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Green 80. Green 80. Lucy. 76. Green is in.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. That one complete. He finds Sharp and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Lucy. Move. Hey, hold it.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. That's caught by Ware. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's got it. This is Ware. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Bust through the tackle. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this. Back, and they will hold on to the possession. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time with Penny. Will take it on in for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread. Green 80. You.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Mike 39, Lucy.
He's back to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 39, Lucy.
The pitch to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And New York set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Leopard! Leopard! Over!
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Gone!
They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Giants on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And some room to work. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National